Hello everyone, Marissa and welcome to Tanks Invest, where we talk about investing, finance, and professional development. For today's video, it's entertainment purposes only. The stock we're going to talk about today will be a combo, both NIO and Tesla. So with respect to the EV sector today and across with a lot of growth stocks today, we saw a relatively good uptrend today, a lot of greens today. So congratulations to everybody that bought the dip a couple of days ago and then just a couple months ago that we've been enduring so far. With respect to Tesla is up about 2.4% and after market hours up about 0.9% so far. With respect to NIO is up about 4.7% of the day and up after market hours up about 0.3%. So it's been a relatively good day across the board so far. But this is more like a reversal, or is this more like a dead cat bounce that we're seeing right now, right? So I'm going to go through the level of resistance that, by going through the technical analysis to see what are we looking at right now, right? And also I'm going to go through the price level that you should be buying at or looking out for in case you want for a dollar cost average or building your position for the first time. And my year-end price target for the two respective stocks as well. So stay tuned, stick around, let's make some money. Alright, so moving on to a technical analysis, I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible because I realize most of my videos are like about 20 minutes long, so that's unacceptable. I don't want to make people go to sleep, so I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible and get to the point. So with respect to the near term, right, you can see that ever since this huge increase in volume and also with the euphoric pump that we've had last year, with respect to all the macro negative economical trends, with respect to the inflations, with respect to the sector rotations that our hedge funds have done, going from the growth stocks to the recovery stocks, to, with respect to a lot of the monetary policy scares that we've been getting so far, and also with respect to the chip shortage, we basically sold down all the way down to the the $543 level. We've subsequently been hovering up and down ever since, and we tested this $540 level, basically a couple of weeks ago on May 19th. And ever since that, we kind of, doing more of a reversal right now, right? And you can see that as of today, we're up about, 2.4%. And after market hour, point up by 0.08%. And right now we are, basically bounce up and way. And look at on MACD on a daily perspective, you can see that we're crossing right now. So we do foresee more of an upside coming from here. And also on the RSI, we can see that, we're not really highly oversold. We're not underbought either. So we are actually trending upward in a very good momentum going forward, knowing the fact that we just recently crossed the line. And look at the resistance level that we should be looking out for right here. You can see that today we actually tested the first resistance level that I talked about with respect to the $625 level, which is the resistance level that we've tested today. Also, we tested this on a couple weeks ago on May 11. We also tested this a couple of times here around like the March time period, right before the huge dead cat bounce we saw. We also tested this multiple times around here on earlier March 8th with respect to the crash that we've had, but subsequently we had this like incremental value that got bought up with respect to the rebound that we had in this V shape of that Black Swan event with respect to the monetary speech that we got from the Federal Reserve. And also with respect to just the historical level, right, looking at back in the day around like the December time period, we have tested this resistance level like 1,000 times here. And I'm exaggerating, like more like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times, not 1,000 times. I'm exaggerating. So right now we're definitely seeing a very bullish signal right now with respect to the MACD crossing upward. We did test this once, so a good resistance level to look out for would be, if we break this level, the next level will be jumping up from the 624 all the way to the $665 level, which is the next level that will leap up from there. So this is a strong level that we need to look out for. And if I was you, I think, buying it around these level, like about like $610 level or somewhere around like the low 600 is a very good price level to buy at because like we have basically confirmed the bottom already. And with respect to a near term, if you're thinking more of like a short-term trade perspective, if you're a day trader, right? I think buying it at these level wouldn't be a bad price to buy at, right? I think that's a pretty fair price to buy at to continue to build your position over time because eventually this company is going to go back to $1 trillion market cap. So buying at these level would be great, right? However, if you break that level, the next level we're going to go back to would be the $600 level, which is the psychological resistance level we've tested multiple times, right? You can see that once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, 7 times, and on and on and on, right? So that will be obviously a logical psychological resistance because it's a mental resistance level that we've tested. but also because of the fact that this is the level that would form historically as well. So market confirms it, and also people mentally and psychologically confirms it, right? And right now, like people ask me, oh, are we gonna go back down to like the low 500s again? I think based on the chart how it's set up right now on the MACD perspective and also on the RSI perspective, knowing the fact that we kind of emerge in the water, we're starting to peak our head up a little. Maybe our head strings start to peak up a little bit like my hair if I'm swimming. That is slowly coming back up. And in the near future, I think if you buy at these level right now, going up to the and sell it around like the $625 level, betting that will go back down. I think that's a $10 swing from there. That's not a bad trade if you want to make like a couple $100 or depending on how much shares you buy, right? Obviously. So overall, still bullish overall, based on the technical and the how the chart is set up, and also with respect to the psychological dynamics that we see in the supply and demand level that we're currently seeing right now. So definitely bullish on Tesla in the near term. So looking at NIO right now, which is the second stock that we want to talk about. So NIO comparable to Tesla, you can see that on the MACD line we're crossing upward. So this is a great sign, that we're going to see more bullishness ahead of us. In respect to the bottom that we've formed historically, right, you could see that we have formed this level of $30. We formed this kind of subliminally another time, and then we formed that all the way back there, back in the day in October. So these are not really relevant. So I don't see us going back to the $30 level again, because that's like a really strong psychological resistance level. And knowing the fact that we have such huge market appetite above that level, right, around like the $34 level, which we have tested once, twice, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 times historically. So that's like a brick wall that we are forming. I would say the wall is probably like becoming a steel titanium wall at the moment. So it's very, very strong right now. And the next resistance level that we're forming would be somewhere around the $38 level that we have had kind of, subliminally in the past. But the true resistance level that we will be testing will be the $39, $40 level, which again, right, $40 is a flat number. So that makes sense, right? And that actually took us a lot of crack for us to break through that wall. You could see that historically, that was like pretty much the level that we've tested over 15 times based on just how we see it right here, right? So that's a really hard wall to crack. But based on how it's set up right now, I do foresee us to be going up in the near future just based on how the MACD is setting up. So the next level of resistance that we're going to be looking at would be, knowing the fact that we broke that $37.51 level line, or $37.41 resistance line that we see here already, right? Just look at it closely. The 51 line. So we already like kind of peeking our head up already. So the next level of resistance will be, again, right, the $40 level, right? So you can see that I'm drawing this right here at the $40 line. And that level, I foresee us going to be maybe going up and then bounce down a little bit. But if we get some really positive news and we get more, indicator from the CPI report that we'll be getting in the next about like 17 days from now, basically around June 15th, that if we get some good news around there, and also get more positive news based on just more positive media expectations from the publications, also with respect to business fundamental news coming from NIO itself, also with respect to the Chinese tension, to also be learning more about, and we're leaning more on the positive spectrum side, on top of the, with respect to the chip shortage experience that we're getting so far. We should be pushing at 40 in no time. And once we hit 40, we will go up all the way from here. All the way from the $40 to the $46.31 level. And if we break through the $46 level, the next level will be going up to the $49.73 level, to be more exact. And if we break through that, we'll up and away, and we will go basically fly sky high all the way to the 59. And if we keep going, because of even more positive news and more positive economical outlooks, then we'll be flying up and away in the near terms, very, very quickly, knowing the fact that people have been anticipating, and we've been kind of forming this like kind of a wedge as well, that as we further wedge and the line further squeeze together with just a quick snap, right? It will blow up from there and break through all resistance level. So overall, very bullish trend what I'm seeing right now, very positive, and I've been waiting for this for a while. And luckily, I've been dollar cost averaging, buying these dips ever since. Ever since the sell off, I didn't sell because of, you know, just being scared of market manipulations. They're just like thinking about these situations clearly, analytically, and logically allow me to withstand these pressure. And that's why I do these like technical analysis videos, to hopefully give you that sense of mind, that peace of mind, to make the right, correct analytical decisions. All right, so just to quickly go over all the numbers that we just talked about with respect to Tesla first, I think the $615 level is a fair price for you to get in, knowing the fact that the next level of resistance would be somewhere around like the 625. So you do have like a $10 leap to get up there. That's like the next level that we're gonna leap up to. But if we break that, I think the next level of resistance will be the 595 if we go back down. And I think that's a great level for you to continue the dollar cost average, to continue to build your position from there. Anywhere around like the $600 level, the low 600 is always a great level to buy in. And if we break that, another black swan event, right? Bad CPI report that we'll get in the near future, or just some really negative exogenous news about like the chip shortage, we might even get down to the 560. And if we get there, I'll again buy more to further dollar cost average, right? With respect to year end, I think 950 would be a fair price, with a 54.5% of an upside, 1.5 times your money wouldn't be surprising to me based on the way that we're trending, testing close to the $1 trillion market cap by year end, right? With respect to NEO, I think the $37 level would be a fair price for you to get into, knowing the fact that that's like the psychological resistance level that we've had historically, but knowing the fact that we'd actually breached that already, so the likelihood of us like going to the $40 level in the near term is actually very likely, knowing the fact that we are basically 15 to 20 days away from the CPI report. And I do foresee some sort of like positive sector rotations for growth stocks as well that's coming. And today we just kind of see some more of a foreshadowing of an indicator that's going to be happening. So I foresee more bullishness to be happening going forward. So if you buy in the $37 level, but just know that that's the risk level, or the risk tolerant level is relatively lower on this spectrum, right? And I think if you buy the $34 level, which we've been kind of floating around for the last couple weeks or a month, 2 months so far, we should have bought at this level, and I have been bought at this level, right? So $34 would be a very attractive level to buy into. And if we even crash down all the way to the 3150, another black swan event or a negative CPI report or negative market consensus, with respect to the macroeconomic dynamics that we talked about earlier, we could get there. And if we get there, lucky for us, we know better, right? We will buy in at these levels to further dollar cost average, right? And my year-end price target is going to be $85, which will give you 130% gains, 2.3 times your money if you buy at the $37 level. All right, so that's it for today with respect to my technical analysis on NEO and Tesla. Hopefully you guys enjoy my technical analysis, and I promise I'll try to keep this as short as possible or as sweet as possible. I know the 20-minute duration of videos are just unacceptable. Like, you don't want to hear me talk for like half an hour. We want to get straight to the point. There's no BS. We just straight to the facts based on what we see in front of our charts, and hopefully you get some insights from it. I'm still learning about YouTube. I'm still trying to get better as a YouTube presenter. Talking to a camera is a relatively new concept to me, so I really appreciate all the guidance that I've been getting so far. Fixing my hair, I don't know, tweaking my face or whatever. But really appreciate it. Please hit the like button, the subscribe button, also that bell notification, and please look out for my next video. Take care. Bye.